I'm Colin Murray, and with an EFL season ahead like no other, I'm delighted to be joined by two managers that couldn't be more different. On one side, we've got the cool, handsome, hip, rock and roll manager of Wycombe Wanderers, Gareth Ainsworth. And on the other hand, we've got the old codger of Grimsby Town, Ian Holloway. How are you both doing?
Very well.
Yeah, good job. I'm not in punching distance of you, Murray.
I'm loving that intro. I'm loving that intro. Thank you.
Gareth, I gotta say, have you made a schoolboy error before we've even started? Because over your left shoulder there is a tactics board. I just want to confirm there's nothing on there giving anything away.
Yeah, very true. But no, I think that we're looking forward to what an awesome challenge for this football club. And now tactically, I think it's going to be a little bit of suck it and see at the start of the season. There's going to be some real challenges for us, but I've got a great bunch of boys, and I can't wait to get stuck in now.
That's been the key, obviously, to the unprecedented success for Wycombe Wanderers. Sounds like a cliche, but the incredible team spirit, the closely knit group, and in many ways through the testing times of the last 6 months, that must have been absolutely vital.
Absolutely, yeah. And I have to credit the fellow manager on the show with me, because again, the team spirit we had at QPR under Ollie was something I've taken with me in my managerial career as well. There was a group of us that was this energy at QPR, and Ollie let it flow, and Ollie let it burn, and it could have been easily suppressed because sometimes a manager wants to take control of absolutely everything. But you've got to sometimes know what's good and know what works in a team. And I've got a very similar group here that we had back at Rangers in 2003 when we got promoted. And the energy, you've got to let it just feed itself sometimes. And even though you think, is it going too far? Sometimes the team spirit is so good at Wycombe. Of course, you need talent, and of course, you need your goal scorer, your strategies, your methods of playing. But if you can get a good team spirit and a good dressing room, believe me, as a manager, you've got half the battle there.
You've got so much to take into account going into this season, not just the obvious starting without fans, the financial implications of that, but relatively new ownership, working out which players are going to be championship ready for you, which players you want to keep within the squad. So it's financial, it's strategical, and it's also, I'd imagine, given the team, as we said, quite emotional.
Yeah. Colin, I told the boys at the end of last season when we were in the playoffs, I said, we've all looked at the championship, we've all watched it on TV as League One players and myself as a League One manager, thinking that's not a million miles away. We can have a go at that. I fancy myself there. And so there is a lot of factors involved, but the players who've got me there as well, they're going to get a chance. They're going to get their chance to go and show what they can do in that championship. I'm not going to wholesale changes the way we are. I can't. It's just financially it'd be too much money, and culturally there'd be too much of a difference to do that. Like you say, we've got new owners. They're really happy with the way the club's run, the way the club's going, and I think that if I had to change everything just because we've got in the league above, it would be a mistake. Having said that, I don't know what we're going to encounter this season. But no, there's not going to be big wholesale changes here. We are a scrapping together team, and I'm sure that a trip to Adams Park isn't going to be the favourite game of all the championship sides this season. We're looking forward to going everywhere and trying to disrupt and trying to do what we do. But at home, we've been very good.
I love that attitude. And Ian, as Gareth just said, you know what it's like to move through the leagues, right, to the upper echelons with Blackpool. What bit of advice would you give a man that you know so well about his first season in the Championship?
I don't think I got any advice for him. I think what the boy's doing is inspirational. It's made me want to come back in and start again and help Grimsby try and get there. It's all about believing in yourself, what comes first, doing it or believing you can do it? And I guarantee you, Gareth, he was as a player with my team and my lot, he would do things that none of us thought possible. Don't shoot from there. Oh, great goal, Gareth. Do you know what I mean? He done it over and over again. And that was 2 in one game, hit Rushden and Diamonds away. But I think life's about getting a group together and making them believe they can do things that they didn't even think was possible themselves. And when you get an opportunity to do that, like Gareth has done, just make them be scared of you, Gaz. That's what I believe. You know, you're right. Just go positive about how you do things. Don't try and change. And it'll be amazing what you can achieve with the loyalty and the honesty and the endeavour that your lads have got. They've got more than enough quality, as you've already proved. So, you know, it doesn't always take money. It does help to have money, but it doesn't always take money to achieve things and build something really, really special. So for me, what Wycombe are doing is one of the marvellous stories of football, and the EFL has made that possible, in my opinion, because stars are made. And it's managers and it's players, and you know we don't need the shiny diamonds of the Premier League and all the big time charity stuff that they all do. You know, you're honest, our day's work is still a huge part of it, because the people who watch us can't wait to get in the stadiums again. I can't wait for that to happen, but they pay their money and they follow us all over the country. And you don't have to be famous. You just have to care about what you're doing and be there for your community. So, you know, I can't wait to see what Gareth does against these big boys.
You talked about belief coming before the success, and that's something you instilled quite quick with Grimsby Town. They were obviously free falling, and when you came in, I remember at one stage looking at the table and thinking, surely they can't make the playoffs, and it was still a bit of a. But it even got to that stage at one moment you're thinking, my goodness. And then the rug was pulled so quickly. How frustrating was that for you? Albeit we know there's more important things in football, but you had captured lightning in a bottle very quickly there.
Yeah, it was very, very frustrating. The lads, we played three of the top sides in just over a week. We had 5 real tough games. We won 2 of them and we lost 3, and the 3 we lost was against Northampton, Swindon and Plymouth. And it really did pour a bucket of water on our fire. We were on fire at the time. But unfortunately, we weren't quite as good in all areas as they were, you know. So that's the whole thing that keeps you going is can I be that good? What can I do? How can I get better? And what do the top lads do? And everything they do is trained. They weren't born. Messi wasn't born that good. He practiced. And he practiced more than others. Now, he might have had some natural ability, but he practiced harder than others, and he works harder than others, you know, and sometimes they don't see it. And all you got to do is keep on at them at the right time, in the right way. Sometimes it's a stick. You make them run. You haven't earned that. You're going to run, because if you can't run, you can't play anyway. So, and the other, sometimes it's a carrot. You talk to them and you put your arm around some of them and you kick the other ones up the backside, you know. If I put my arm around Gaz all the time, it wouldn't have worked. He needed a rocket every now and again. And boy, when he had a rocket, I mean, I've never seen a winger tackle like him. But it was all there. It's all about using your biggest asset. And as long as you bring your A game and you build a team around that, because you need different ingredients in there. And, you know, at the end of the day, that makes your cake taste wonderful. So you need a team that can do everything. And you need them to bond into believing in a togetherness. And I don't care where you are, if you look at the best of the best, Sheffield United with Chris Wilder, for me, everywhere he's been as a manager, he hasn't failed once, because he's so blooming good. Do you know what I mean? Some of us have been a little bit one-dimensional. I would do one thing and it would work for some lads and it wouldn't work for others. So other clubs, I didn't get it right. But Chris obviously has a way of doing it for everybody. So, you know, that's what we're all trying to get in. I want to try and start again. I want to try and build something for this club. Gareth's had longevity at his club and he's deserved to take it where it is now, because it's nothing short of a miracle.
You're going to start this season without fans in the ground. So much effort's being made for that to change. The target date hopefully being October. Absolutely vital. So remotely, which is still where we are, both of you starting with Ian, what's your message to the Grimsby Town fans?
Well, I wouldn't be here unless it was for you lot, I tell you. I did my research beforehand. And they're incredible people, Cole. Absolutely incredible people. Even in this lockdown, they've raised £120,000 for the club through different things, through buying shares and through charity work. They've been absolutely phenomenal. And I'm very, very proud to be their manager. And I'm very, very proud to be at their football club. And the paramount importance for me is to try and make this place better. And I'm doing it for them, and my players will play with the pride that they would if they were allowed to wear the shirt.
Gareth, they weren't able to be there for the most glorious of playoff success. They won't be there at the start of the season. So what is your message to them?
I'm very, very similar. We do it because me and Ollie both grew up watching this game as fans. I was a big Blackburn fan, and I would have done anything to put that Blackburn Rovers shirt on and get on that pitch. And the one season, 133 years it's taken Wycombe Wanderers to get in the Championship. Those fans who've supported them through thick and thin, they just need to come in and see a few of these Championship games and be so proud of their team and get them shirts on and wear them around the town and say, we're Wycombe and we're in the second tier of English football. It's just phenomenal for them. I'm really proud to be leading this team, and I say I'll give everything for this job.
I think two of the most exciting stories of this season is what Grimsby can do and what Wycombe Wanderers, as you say, the noise they can make in the Championship. I look forward to following both every single week. Good luck to you both, and thank you so much for joining us.